50-meter butterfly. At this time, I would like to ask all of our coaches and swimmers to join me and rise for the Canadian National Anthem. Alrighty, once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be event 311 followed by event 312. One heat for both events. The 12 and under boys, 12 and under girls and boys, 4x100 meter medley relay, starting with the girls heat 1. It is 9:15. Let's get session 5 started. Mr. Referee. Seven teams in the water for event 311. Lane 1 is Duncan. Sophia Atashband in the water for the first of the hundreds, the 100-meter backstroke. Lane 2, Island Swimming's B team. Lane 3 is Nanaimo. It's Ann Yu for Island Swimming, Taylor McPherson for Nanaimo. Lane 4, Island Swimming A, Kayla Felt for the backstroke. Lane 5, Pacific Coast's A team, Yuhei Pan for the first 100. Pacific Coast B in 6, Elizabeth Saska, and C team for Pacific Coast in 7, Avery Hill. Leading at the 100 in lane 3, 1:10.46 for Nanaimo. Amelia Marshall for the 100-meter breaststroke. Second fastest time is 1:17.03, followed by 1:17.11. Just a few hundredths of a second between second and third. That's 5 and 4. UVic Pacific Coast in 5, Peijian Wu for the Pacific Coast A team, and Island Swimming in 4, Alana Felt for breaststroke in lane 4. 50 meters in, 2 breaststroke, still Nanaimo leading in 3, 1:54.09. Island second in 4, and making some move towards first in this second of the breaststroke 50s. And there goes Alana Felt, first for Island, heading into the 200-meter turn. Marley Horston on the takeover. And Kalana Cottrell for Nanaimo. Pacific Coast has Mila Chernenkoff in 5. Horston making short work of this 100-meter fly. $50 meters to go, and at the 250, it's 3:14.91. Nanaimo follows in 3:20.94. 24.50 for 3rd and 5, Pacific Coast A. Feeling the 100 a little bit. Here comes Horston. .56.16. 4:01.26. Nanaimo in 3. Takeover Pacific Coast in 5. 4:07.43. Island Swimming's got Sailor Naus in 4. Cassia Rendell Ling for Nanaimo in 3. .50 to go. 26.64 at the 350. In comes Nanaimo, and Pacific Coast is on the move. 38.47, 40.55. Rendell Ling's gonna have to watch out. Pacific Coast on her left. Final 10 meters now in lane 4 for Sailor Naus of Island Swimming. First place is 5:01.03. Pacific Coast taking over for Nanaimo, second into the final 10. Final 5, and it's second, good for Pacific Coast, 5:17.94. Third place in 3, 5:19.05, Nanaimo. Two teams still making their way through the final 50. Duncan in 7, Pacific Coast in 2. Or pardon me, that's Duncan in 1 and Pacific Coast in 7. And there's the touch for Pacific Coast C in 7 and 10 meters to go for Duncan. Tegan Dunaway for the final few meters here.
Well done, Stingers!
Moving on to event 312, 1200 boys 4 by 100 meter medley relay. Heat 1 of 1. Matt referee. Lane 1 in this race, the C team for Pacific Coast. Lane 2, the B team for Pacific Coast. Lane 3, Duncan. Lane 4, Comox. Lane 5 is Pacific Coast A. Lane 6, Nanaimo Riptides. And 7 is Island. Fastest time at the 50, 36.56. Lane 4, Comox, Noah Lewell in the water. Following that, 3 and 6 and 5. Lachlan McGregor for Duncan in 3. Noah Lutz for Nanaimo in 6. And Eli Hicks for Pacific Coast in 5. First place turn at the 100 into the breaststroke, 1:14.13. That was Comox in 4 at the 100. Luke Nell for the 100 breast. Got Nanaimo second currently. Cameron Patterson in 6. You got Duncan's Edward James in 3. And for Pacific Coast in 5, Nolan Greenwood. Nanaimo getting some ground towards the 50-meter turn. Pacific Coast and Duncan very close for that third place slot. Pacific Coast has it at the 150. 2 minutes, .75 is the leading time in 4. Luke Nell is going to have to watch out on his left. Cameron Patterson for Nanaimo, not far behind. 25 meters of breaststroke to go. Here comes Patterson. .52.49, 52.77, and Nanaimo leading by a hair at the 200. Jack Fergus for the Riptides in 6, Sasha Woldnick for Comox in 4, and it's the back on top in 4 for Comox. 2 body length lead. Woldnick showing supremacy in the fly 50 here. .50 meters to fly to go, 3:27.08 leading time in 4. 33.06 in 6 for Nanaimo. 39.40 in 5 for Pacific Coast. Konstantin Chauchev with 25 meters to go for Pacific Coast A in lane 5. Take over at the 300 in 4. 100 meters to go. Freestyle, it's Bennett Sachucci. Take over in 6, then 5. River Huberts for Nanaimo in 6, and Sebastian Damien for Pacific Coast in 5. Nanaimo's gonna have a tough time holding off. No, it's Pacific Coast will have the second place slot after this next 25. Damien putting some distance between himself and Huberts in 6. If he had a little bit more time, there might be some competition for first, but it's not going to be enough. Great effort by Damien. It's going to be first in 4 for Comox, 5:31.74. Second place finish in 5 for Pacific Coast A through 5:39.14. And third in 6 for Nanaimo, 5:50.12. So we got one team moving along here. UVic Pacific Coast C in 1. Liam Altona for the 4th and final 100. And there's the touch in 1, 7:15.66. Event 212 will be up next. This will be one of 2 heats for the girls 10 and under 50-meter butterfly time final swims. Sorry, 211 first. Seeing 312. Once again, heat 1 of 2, event 211, girls 10 and under 50-meter butterfly. Mr. Referee. First of 2 heats in the 10 and under girls 50 fly. Lane 3, Raina Ames for Island Swimming. Lane 4, Grace Payette for Pacific Coast. In 5, Pacific Coast, Zoe Long. Top time in 5, 46.42 for Pacific Coast Swimming's Zoe Long. Second place finish in 3 for Raina Ames of Island Swimming. Time not showing on the board. Third place finish in 4, time 1:05.31. Event 211, heat 2 of 2 is up next. Mr. Referee. Lane 5, Ada Chen from Pacific Coast touching first, 43.61. Lane 7, Nanaimo Riptides, Cameron Baines, final 5 meters. And 56.86 is the second place time. Event 212 up next, the first and only heat of the boys 10 and under 50-meter butterfly. Madam Referee. Lane 4, Ravensong Aquatic Club, Gabriel Willers. Lane 5, Pacific Coast, Lennon Coughlin. First under the final 5, it's Willers in 4. And it's going to be first for the Ravensong Aquatic Club, 38.96. Second in 5, 47.09 for Lennon Coughlin of Pacific Coast. Next race up, event 25, heat 1 of 1, the mixed 12 and under 200-meter butterfly. Madam Referee. Five swimmers in the water for this mixed 200 fly. Lane 3, Pacific Coast, Nora Deach. In 4, Island Swimming, Marley Horston. Lane 5, Nanaimo Riptides, Kalana Cottrell. In 6, Pacific Coast, Relea Boleva. 7, Comox Valley Aquatic Club, Sasha Woldnick. .100 meters in, 18.83, 20.82. Woldnick in 7. And Marley Horston for Island Swimming in 4. Third place at the 100, 24.82 in lane 3 for Menora Deach of Pacific Coast. Got lane 5, Kalana Cottrell for Nanaimo Riptides very closely behind that. .50 meters to go. Woldnick 2:02.49 in 7. Horston 2:06.24 in 4. 2:11.41 for Nora Deach of Pacific Coast in 3. 2:12.84 in 5 for Kalana Cottrell of the Riptides. Woldnick first under the final 5. 246.85. Second place, 250.38 for Marley Haurston of Island Swimming in 4. And third, 257.53 and 5 for Kalana Cottrell of the Riptides. Next event up is event 27, the first of 3 heats for the girls 12 and under 50-meter freestyle. Mr. Referee. Top time of 35.42 in lane 6. Sophia Saska for Pacific Coast. Heat 2 of 2, event 213, girls 10 and under 50 free. Mr. Referee. Top time in Heat 2. Moving on to event 214, event 214, the boys 10 and under 50-meter free, heat 1 of 2 heats. Madam Referee.
Can somebody come and rescue me?
Four swimmers in the water for the first of two heats for the 10 and under boys 50 free. Lane 3, Grayson Rendell Ling for Nanaimo Riptides in 4. Pacific Coast, Arnav GC. Lane 5, Pacific Coast, Derek Francois. Lane 6, Bennett Sachuchi for Comox Valley Aquatic Club. Top time in 6:38.15. For Comox Valley Aquatic Club's Bennett Sachuchi, 43.63 in 5. For Derek Francois, Pacific Coast. Event 214, boys 50 free, heat 2 of 2, Matt referee. Top time in Heat 2 is 33.18 in 4 for Znoa Zhang of Pacific Coast. Second in 5, 35.41 in for Gabrielle Willers, Ravensong. Third in 2, 37.83 for Connor McQuillan of Comox Valley Aquatic Club. Event 27, the girls 12 and under 50 free. This is Heat 1 of 3 heats. Mr. Referee. Lane 4 and lane 2 out in front here. Relea Valeva for Pacific Coast in 4. Cassia Rendling for Nanaimo Riptides in, pardon me, 2. Celine Yuan for Island Swimming was the second out front. Valeva for first and second, showing 34.83, 34.88. Moving on to Heat 2 of 3 for the girls 12 and under 50 free. Mr. Referee. Lane 1, Heat 2, Duncan Sophia Atashband. Lane 2, Duncan Olivia Matthews. 4, Pacific Coast Isabella Mayer. 5 is Nora Deach for Pacific Coast. 6, Amelia Marshall for Nanaimo Riptide. 7, Campbell River Killer Whales, Kate Bignell. Lane 8, Comox Valley Aquatic Club, Justine Laflamme. 4 and 5 out front, looks good for 4. Top time, however, is in 5, 33.31, 39 for second in 4. Nora Deach for Pacific Coast, first in 5. Isabella Mayer for Pacific Coast, second in 4. Heat 3 of 3 up next, event 27, girls 12 and under 50 free. Mr. Referee. Lane 1, Cassidy Hayduck for Campbell River Killer Whales. Lane 2 is Mila Chernikoff, Pacific Coast Sailor Nouse for Island in 3. Elizabeth Saska, Pacific Coast in 4. Talon Stephen for Lady Smith, Shemanis in 5. UVA Pan for Pacific Coast in 6. Kayla Feld for Island in 7. And Kenzie MacArthur, Campbell River Killer Whales in 8. Top time 29.49 in fourth. Next up is going to be heat 1 of 2 heats for event 28, the boys 12 and under 50-meter freestyle. Madam Referee. And having just swum in the previous heat, we'd like to make a special announcement and wish Kenzie MacArthur from the Campbell River Killer Whales a very happy 12th birthday. Happy birthday, Kenzie. Event 28, boys 12 and under 50-meter free. This is heat 1 of 2. Out in front in the first of these 2 heats, lane 4, Noah Lutz for Nanaimo Riptides. Touching first with a time of 32.52, 34.24, second in 6 for Reed Lores of Island Swimming. Heat 2, event 28, 12 and under boys 50 free, Madam Referee. Lane 1 for the second heat is Zunang Sun for Island Swimming 2, Elliot Nardi of Ravensong. Lane 3, Pacific Coast, Konstantin Shaushev in 4, Ladies Mishmanis Orcas, Colton Gonzalez. Sasha Woldnick in 5, Comox Valley Aquatic Club. Lane 6, Comox again, Noah Lewell 7, Cameron Patterson, Nanaimo Riptides, and Ajax Burgess for Nanaimo. Top time 28.24 and 4 for Colton Gonzalez of the Shemanis Orcas, 30.78, second in 5 with Sasha Woldnick for Comox. Event 215 is up next. Heat 1 of 2 heats for the girls 10 and under 100-meter breaststroke. Mr. Referee. A reminder once again to any swimmers who have not yet picked up medals from session 1 or through session 4. Each of you are top 3 overall in one of the events you've swum, one of the time final events you've swum in the past 4 sessions. You can head on down to the awards table to collect your medal and have a photo up on the podium. Once again, if there are any swimmers in the pool at this time who have not yet collected medals from any of the timed final sessions over the past 2 days, you can head on down to the awards table just to the right of the lifeguard station at the turn end of the pool to collect your medals and have a photo on the podium. Lane 3 in this first of 2 heats for the girls 10 and under 100-meter breaststroke. Lane 3 again, Sophie Billinghurst for Pacific Coast. Lane 4, Pacific Coast Swimming, Avery Hill. 5, Island Swimming, Raina Eames. At the 50, 54.15, first and 4, 54.95, second and 3, Hill, Billinghurst, and third and 5 is Ames. Into the final 10 meters, looking like lane 4, Avery Hill for Pacific Coast will be pulling ahead, taking the first place touch. 52.96, 54.11. Avery Hills first in 4, Sophie Billinghurst, PCS, second in 3. Raina Ames for Island Swimming, 2 minutes, .13, third and 5. Heat 2 of 2, girls 100-meter breaststroke, Mr. Referee. Hey, nope. Top time in Heat 2, Lane 4, 150.06 for Pacific Coast Swimming, Sophia Saska. Second place in 3, 2 minutes, .46 for Brooklyn Flood and the Nanaimo Riptides. As a third place finish in 2, there's time showing on the board 2:07.72 for Cameron Baines, also for the Riptides. Reminder again to coaches and swimmers, results shown on the board are not official. Again, results shown on the board, not official. Event 216 is up next. Heat 1 of 2 heats for the boys 10 and under, 100-meter breaststroke. Madam Referee. Lane 2 in Heat 1, Comox Valley Aquatic Club, Weymouth Reed for this 100-meter breaststroke time final. Lane 3, Grayson Rendell Ling for Nanaimo Riptides. Lane 4, Arnav GC for Pacific Coast. Lane 5 is Comox Valley Aquatic Club, Bennett Sachuchi. Lane 6, Pacific Coast, Ethan Zhang. Top time in 6 for Zhang is 140.50. Second place, 203.32 in 5 for Bennett Sachuchi. 206.67, third and 4 for Arnav GC Pacific Coast. Event 216, 10 and under boys, 100-meter breaststroke. This is Heat 2 of 2 up next. Madam Referee. Heat 2 of 2 for the 10 and under boys 100-meter breaststroke. Lane 1 is Santino Mayer. Lane 2, Cooper Horston for Island Swimming. Lane 3, Waylon McGregor for Duncan. Lane 4 is Noah Zhang. Lane 6, Connor McQuillan for Comox Valley Aquatic Club. And Lane 8, Derek Francois for Pacific Coast. Top time of 138.44 in lane 4 for Noah Zhang of Pacific Coast. Second place time is 149.77 in 3 for Duncan's Waylon McGregor. And a third place finish of 157.10 in 1 for Santino Mayer of Pacific Coast. Event 29 is up next. This will be the girls 12 and under 100-meter breaststroke, Heat 1 of 3. Mr. Referee. There is a disqualification, event 216, heat 1, lane 4. Again, disqualification, event 216, heat 1, lane 4. In the first of 3 heats for the 12 and under 100-meter breaststroke on the girls' side, lane 3 is Zoe Baines for Nanaimo Riptides, lane 4 Justine Laflamme for Comox. Lane 5, Duncan swim teams Isla Graham. And 6 for the Stingrays, Sophia Atashband. To all those in the pool, if you have anyone at home who wants to watch the swimming action, please send them to the Duncan Swim Team YouTube page. They can tune in on the live stream directly from the recent videos list. And to all 49 of you out there on the live stream, hello there, good morning. Hope you're all doing well wherever you are respectively watching from. If you have anyone else who may want to tune in on the swimming action that you know, please make sure to share the link or text message however you would like, rather. But share the link to the live stream and let's get more people in on the swimming action here. Back to the pool, 1:45.21 is first in 4 in this first heat. Justine Laflamme for Comox is swimming the time. 1:58.18 second in 6 for Sophia Atashband of Duncan. Heat 2 of 3, girls 100 meter breaststroke, Mr. Referee. Lane 1 in this second of 3 heats, Comox Valley Aquatic Club, Annabelle Pellerin. Lane 2, Duncan Swim Team, Yelena Frano. Lane 3, Duncan Swim Teams, Olivia Matthews in 4, Kalana Cottrell for Nanaimo. Lane 5, Jaden Price for Island. Lane 6 is Mael Sanborn for Pacific Coast. 7, Cassia Rendell Ling for Nanaimo Riptides. And 8, Island Swimming's Ann Yu. 46.87 is the leading time in 4 for Kalana Cottrell of the Riptides. 47.21. Coming through the final 25, Mael Sanborn for Pacific Coast out front, 6. Nanaimo Riptides, Kalana Cottrell second and 4. Jaden Price for Island third and 5. A body length between each of the respective placings. 1:34.64 is the top time. Second place showing no time in 4. Third in 5. That's Jaden Price for Island Swim. Mael Sanborn with the top time, 1:34.64. Third place, 1:38.95. And again, a light touch perhaps in lane 4 with time not showing on the board. Heat 3 of 3 is up next for the girls 12 and under 100 meter breaststroke. Mr. Referee. Lane 1 for Heat 3, Campbell River Killer Whales, Kenzie MacArthur. Again, very happy birthday. Happy 12th birthday to Kenzie MacArthur. Lane 2, Island Swimming's Caleb Felt. Lane 3, Marley Horston for Island Swimming. In 4, it's Taylor McPherson for the Nanaimo Riptides. Lane 5, Island Swimming's Alana Felt. 6, Pacific Coast, Yuhei Pan. Lane 7, Pacific Coast again, Pei Zhen Wu. Lane 8, Nanaimo Riptides, Amelia Marshall. Establishing an early lead in the first 50, Taylor McPherson in 4, leading the field. About 2 body lengths over second place in 5, Alana Felt for Island. Third, looking pretty solid for Marley Horston of Island Swimming. Top time in 4, 1:23.28 for Taylor McPherson in lane 4, 1:25.67. Second in 5 for Alana Felt of Island. And third is 1:30.72 in 3 for Marley Horston of Island Swimming. Next up is going to be event 30. This will be heat 1 of 2 heats for the time final swims of the boys 12 and under 100-meter breaststroke. Madam Referee. Lane number 3 for this first of 2 heats. Lane 3, Josh Tsai for Island Swimming. 4, Pacific Coast, Ewan Ross. Lane 5, Nanaimo Riptides, River Huberts. In 6, it's Nanaimo Riptides again, Jack Fergus. It's Fergus at the 50 in 6:47.64, followed by 52:07, 52:47, and 54:71. That's lane 3, then 5 for second, third, Josh Tsai and River Huberts. Under the final 5, coming into the touch, Nanaimo Riptides first in 6, Jack Fergus with 140.15. Second place in 3, 149.41, 150.33, third and 5, second in 3, Josh Tsai for Island Swimming with the second place time in 3, and River Huberts Nanaimo in 5. Heat 2 of 2, event 30, boys 100 breaststroke. Madam Referee. Lane 1 is Samuel Gerbrand for Duncan. Lane 2, Elliot Nardi for Ravensong. Lane 3, Comox Valley Aquatic Club, Luke Nell. Lane 4, Cameron Patterson for Nanaimo. Lane 5, Island Swimming, Zunang Sun. In 6, Island again, Reed Lores. 7, Duncan Stingrays, Edward James. We got 4 and 5 coming into the 75-meter turn, well out in front of the field. Patterson in 4, Sun in 5. Close for third with 25 meters to go. Looking pretty good for Island in 5, but a half body length lead for Sun over Patterson in 4. Top time is 128.29 in 5 for Zunang Sun of Island Swimming. 129.19, a second and a tenth. Actually, 9/10 of a second, rather. Behind is that second place in 4, Cameron Patterson in 4. Next up, heat 1 of 3 heats for event 217, the girls 10 and under 100-meter backstroke. Mr. Referee. Heat 1 of 3 heats for the girls 10 and under 100-meter backstroke. Lane 3 is Duncan Swim Team's Tegan Dunaway. Lane 4, Pacific Coast Swimming, Avery Hill. Lane 5, Pacific Coast, Zoe Long. "70 meters in, coming towards the less than 25 meters to go. It's lane 5 out in front. Zoe Long for Pacific Coast. Final 10 meters. Second and third looking like lane 3, Tegan Dunaway for Duncan, and Avery Hill in 4, Pacific Coast. Those placings can change still. In fact, it may be lane 4 taking over for second place. Top time, nonetheless, is 132.81 in 5 for Zoe Long of Pacific Coast. It's a second place touch in 4, showing 146.11, and third place not showing on the board for Avery Hill in 4 and Tegan Dunaway in 3. Heat 2 of 3 is up next for the girls 100-meter back. Mr. Referee. Lane 1, Heat 2 is Sophie Billinghurst for Pacific Coast. 2, Nanaimo Riptides, Cameron Baines. Lane 3, Comox Valley Aquatic Club, Sophia Lee. Lane 4, Nanaimo Riptides, Zoe Flood. 5 is Nanaimo Riptides again, Charlotte Christensen. And lane 7, Duncan Stingrays, Nina Lempinen. 53.61, leading time in 2. Riptide's Cameron Baines. Turning first at the 75 still. Turning it first at the 75. Got some competition though. Looks like it's takeover in 7. Charlotte Christensen for Nanaimo Riptides. Pardon me, that's Duncan swim team's Nina Lempinen. And it will be Lempinen for first in 7. Stingrays for first, 148.08. $152.30, 153.13, second and 2, third and 4. Cameron Baines for Nanaimo Riptides, second and 2, and 4. Zoe Flood for Nanaimo Riptides, third. Next up is going to be Heat 3 for the girls 10 and under 100 meter backstroke. Mr. Referee. Disqualification in event 217, heat 1, lane 3. Again, disqualification, event 217, heat 1, lane 3. Lane 3 in this third and final heat is Brooklyn Flood for Nanaimo Riptides. Lane 5, Pacific Coast Swimming, Ada Chen. Lane 6 for Pacific Coast Swimming, Sophia Saska. Lane 8, Pacific Coast Swimming again, Elodie Chernenkoff. Off the 75. Lane 6 out front, Sophia Saska for Pacific Coast, followed by Ada Chen. Close, and Chen gaining into the final 5 here. May not be quite enough in at the touch. 31.92, 32.68. It is 6, then 5. Saska, then Chen. Third is 137.78 for Brooklyn Flood of the Nanaimo Riptides in 3. Moving on to event 218. This is heat 1 of 2 heats for the 10 and under boys 100 meter backstroke. Madam Referee. Two disqualifications to announce. Event 217, Heat 1, Lane 5, and Event 217, Heat 2, Lane 7. Once again, disqualification, Event 217, Heat 1, Lane 5, and Event 217, Heat 2, Lane 7. Top time showing on the board, 144.58 in lane 4 for Graydon Gonzalez with Lane Smith, Shemanis Orcas, 144.64 for second and 5, Weymouth Reed of Comox, and Comox Bennett Sachushi for third and 3. Heat 2 now for the 100-meter backstroke for the boys' side. Madam Referee. Heat 2 of 2 for event 218, 10 and under boys 100-meter backstroke. Lane 1 is Cooper Horston for Island Swimming. Lane 2, Wilmer Wang for Nanaimo Riptides. Lane 3, Duncan Swim Teams, Waylon McGregor. Lane 4, Pacific Coast Swimming, Noah Zhang. 5, Gabriel Willers for Ravensong. 6, Comox Valley Aquatic Club, Connor McQuillan. Lane 7, Comox Valley Aquatic Club's Cameron Lewell. 41.29 leading at the 50 and 4 for Noah Zhang of Pacific Coast. 5 follows second, that's Gabriel Willers. Top time in Heat 2, 126.96 in 4 for Pacific Coast Swimming, Noah Zhang. Second is 130.16 in 5 for Ravensong Aquatic Club, Gabriel Willers. Event 31 is up next. 12 and under girls 100-meter backstroke, Heat 1 of 3. Again, event 31. Mr. Referee. Lane 1 is Nanaimo Riptides, Cassia Reindl Ling. Lane 2, Comox Valley Aquatic Club, Annabelle Pellerin. Lane 3, Island Swimming and U. Lane 4, Sophia Atashban for Duncan. 5 is Duncan Swim Team's Elena Frano. Lane 6, Comox Valley Aquatic Club, Justine Laflamme. Lane 7, Nanaimo Riptide, Zoe Baines. 8 is Duncan Swim Team's Isla Graham. Top time in 3, 129.79 for Island Swimming's and you. It's second in 7, 134.99 for Zoe Baines of the Nanaimo Riptides and 135.44 4 1 for Cassia Reindl Ling of the Nanaimo Riptides. Next up's heat 2 of 3 for the girls 12 and under 100 meter backstroke. Mr. Referee. Lane 1 in Heat 2 is Celine Ewan for Island Swimming. Lane 2, Olivia Matthews for Duncan. Lane 3, Island Swimming, Jaden Price. Lane 5, Nanaimo Riptides, Amelia Marshall. Lane 6, Pacific Coast, Adrena GC. Lane 7, Pacific Coast again, Mael Sanborn. In 8, Campbell River Killer Whales, Kate Bignell. Off the 75, leading in 3, Island Swimming's Jaden Price. Second place at the moment is lane 7, Mael Sanborn for Pacific Coast. Pretty close for second, third though. Top time 125.29 in 3 for Price. Second place, 128.57 in 6 for Adrena GC of Pacific Coast. And third and 7, 128.9 for Sanborn. Not able to hold the third, or second rather, place into the last few meters there. Great swim nonetheless. And moving now to heat 3 of 3 for the girls 12 and under 100 meter backstroke. Heat 3 of 3, Mr. Referee.
What's best for me, my destiny. I look up and I'm scared. Oh.
The third and final heat for the girls, 12 and under, 100-meter backstroke. Lane 1, Cassidy Hayduck for the Campbell River Killer Whales. Lane 2, Island Swimming's Kaya Weaver in 3, Taylor Stephen for Ladies Michimanis Orcas in 4, Elizabeth Saska for Pacific Coast. Lane 5 is Island Swimming Sailor Nouse. In 6, Pacific Coast, Yuhei Pan. Lane 7, Mila Cherninkov for Pacific Coast. And 8 is Pei Zhen Wu for Pacific Coast. Tight through 3, 4, and 5 into the 75-meter turn. These three girls neck and neck, pretty well turning probably within 0.2 of each other. And breakaway into the final 10 meters, lane 5. Sailor Nouse for Island Swimming is going to have the touch. 13.67, 14.41 is second in 4 for Elizabeth Saska of Pacific Coast, and a third place time not showing in 3 for Taylor Stephen of the Ladies Michimanis Orcas. Next up is the event 32, heat 1 of 3 heats for the boys 12 and under, 100-meter backstroke. Good race at the end of heat 3 for the girls' side. Madam Referee. There's a disqualification, event 31, heat 2, lane 2. Again, disqualification, event 31, heat 2, lane 2. Lane 3, Sebastian Damien, Pacific Coast. Lane 4, Duncan Swim Team, Samuel Gerbrandt in 5. Liam Altona for Pacific Coast in 6. Nanaimo Riptides, River Huberts. .126.85, first in 3 for Pacific Coast Swimming, Sebastian Damien. And with some thunderous kick into the final 5 meters, Liam Altona from Pacific Coast, second, 133.29, 37.90, third and 4 for Samuel Gerbrandt of Duncan. Heat 2 of 3 is up next. Heat 2 of 3 for the boys 100-meter backstroke. Madam Referee. Lane 1, Heat 2, Josh Tsai for Island Swimming 2, Pacific Coast, Nolan Greenwood. In 3, Duncan Swim Teams, Wyland Dumont. Lane 4 is Angus Preston for Duncan. In 5, Pacific Coast, Eli Hicks. 6 is the Nanaimo Riptides, Noah Lutz. Lane 7, Christian Atwell for Pacific Coast. And 8 is Evan Wang for Pacific Coast. First under the final 5, lane 6, Noah Lutz for our Nanaimo, touching 124.15. Second, 125.96 in 2. Third, 127.28 in 5. 2, again, Nolan Greenwood for Pacific Coast. And 5, Eli Hicks for Pacific Coast. Next up is Heat 3 for the boys 12 and under 100-meter backstroke. Heat 3 of 3. Madam Referee. Disqualification in event 32. Heat 1, lane 4. Again, disqualification, event 32, Heat 1, lane 4. Third and final heat for the 12 and under boys 100-meter backstroke, Heat 3 of 3. Lane 1, Reed Lores for Island Swimming. Lane 2 is Luke Nell for Comox Valley Aquatic Club. Lane 3, Elliot Nardi for Ravensong. In 4, Colton Gonzalez for the latest Mischimanus Orcas. Lane 5, Noah Lewell for the Comox Valley Aquatic Club. In 6, Duncan Stingrays, Edward James. 7, Lachlan McGregor for the Rays. And 8 is Island Swimming, Zhu Nang Sun, well out in front into the final 5. Colton Gonzalez for the latest Mischimanus, touching 108.46 in 4. It's a second place finish in 5, 115.61. Noah Lewell for the Comox Valley Aquatic Club. Third and 2, 118.56 for Luke Nell of the Comox Valley Aquatic Club Sharks. Event 219 is up next. This will be heat 1 of 2 heats for the girls 10 and under 200-meter freestyle. Mr. Referee. First of 2 heats for the 10 and under 200 free on the girls' side. Lane 2 is Zoe Long of Pacific Coast. Lane 3, Pacific Coast, Elodie Cherninkoff. Leading 131.86 over 142.59. Elodie Chernenkoff for Pacific Coast. Zoe Long for second and 2. Okay. .20.30 Long in 2. Chernenkoff coming into the turn here 5 meters prior to the actual turn itself. Turning 32.87. The top time in the first heat is in lane 2, 3:04.27 for Zoe Long of Pacific Coast. Pacific Coast swimming Elodie Chernenkoff coming into the touch for second, 3:21.95. Next up is heat 2 of 2, girls 10 and under 200 meter freestyle. Heat 2. Mr. Referee. Lane 2, Nanaimo Riptides, Brooklyn Flood. Lane 3, Sophia Saska for Pacific Coast. Lane 5 is Ada Chen for Pacific Coast. Lane 7, Pacific Coast Swimming, Grace Payette. 8, Island Swimming, Raina Ames. .100-meter turn, and it is Saska leading in 3, 125.40. 27.34 for second in 2. Brooklyn Flood for the Riptides. Close third is 28.73 on the inside of the pool. Lane 5, Ada Chen for Pacific Coast. The 125, Chen out turning Flood second now. .50 meters to go. Sophia Saska, 2:11.56 and 3. 2:14.96 for Ada Chen in 5. Brooklyn Flood, 2:16.76 in 2. Final 25, here comes Sophia Saska. Ada Chen putting on a burst of speed. If it's been a little bit earlier, it might have been enough for a first place turnover, but it's not quite enough. Saska for first and 3, 2:54.14. Chen, a time not showing on the board, second place touch in 5, and third to a time of 3:01.99. Brooklyn Flood for the Nanaimo Riptides in 2. Next up is event 220, the 10 and under boys 200 meter freestyle. Heat 1 of 2 heats. Madam Referee. Two swimmers in the water for the first of 2 heats. Lane 4, Graydon Gonzalez for Ladysmith Chemainus. Lane 5, Pacific Coast Swimming, Santino Mayer. 50 meters in, lane 5, Mayer leading. 49.23 at the 50, 52.69 second in 4 at the 50 for Gonzalez in 4. .44.33 leading time in 5, Santino Mayer. Gonzalez in 4, 2:51.10. First place into the wall with the time not showing on the board. Santino Mayer for Pacific Coast. Second place is 347.25 in 4 for Lady Smith Chemainus Orcas, Graydon Gonzalez.
Go, Cameron.
Heat 2 of 2 up next for the 200 meter freestyle, event 220, boys 10 and unders. Heat 2 of 2. Madam Referee. In the second of 2 heats of event 220, lane 1 is Grayson Reindl Ling of Nanaimo Ripsides. Lane 2, Cameron Lewell for Comox Valley Aquatic Club. Lane 3, Lennon Coughlin for Pacific Coast. Lane 4 is Noah Zhang of Pacific Coast. Pacific Coast swimming in 5, Ethan Zhang. 6 is Waylon McGregor for Duncan. Lane 7, Pacific Coast, Arnav GC. And for PCS in 8, Derek Francois. 50 meters to go for 204, 42, 206, 10, the leading 2 times. 4, then 5. Noah Zhang in 4, Ethan Zhang in 5. Uh-oh, Ethan putting on some speed, challenging Noah. Oh, just shy of enough. Lane 4 holds it. Noah Zhang with 2:45.52, 45.73 for second in 5, Ethan Zhang. Three 16.64, third in 3, Lennon Coughlin for Pacific Coast. It's a top 3 sweep for Pacific Coast at the end of the 10 and under boys 200 meter free, event 220. Next up is going to be the time final swim for event 33, the girls 12 and under 400 meter freestyle. Mr. Referee. Time final swim for the 12 and under girls 400 meter free. Lane 1 is Pacific Coast Swimming Adrina GC. Lane 2, Isabella Mayer for Pacific Coast. Lane 3, Kaya Weaver for Island Swimming. In 4, Nanaimo Riptides, Taylor McPherson. Island in 5, Alana Felt. 6 is the Campbell River Killer Whales, Kenzie MacArthur. Lane 7, Pacific Coast Swimming, Ralea Valeva. And 8 for the Pacific Coast, again, Pei Zhen Wu. Currently in the lead, it's lane 4, 1:45.74 for Taylor McPherson. 1:52.44, 1:53.49, 3, then 5. Kaya Weaver for Island Swimming in 3, and Alana Felt for Island Swimming in 5. .31.92 the leading time, 3:31.92 leading time in 6 for Kenzie MacArthur of the Campbell River Killer Whales. 35.18 followed by 40.95, 35.18 in 4, 40.95 in 2. Taylor McPherson for Nanaimo in 4, and Isabella Mayer for Pacific Coast in 2. And there's first place in 4, 4:45.65 in 4 for Taylor McPherson, Nanaimo Riptides. Three and then 5. Second, third, 5:07.03, 5:08.94. Kaya Weaver for second, Island Swimming in 3. And third and 5 for Alana Felt of Island Swimming. Again, third place touch is 5:08.94. Event 34, heat 1 of 2, boys 12 and under, 400-meter time final free. Madam Referee. In the first of two heats for event 34, the boys 12 and under 400 meter free, currently lane 5 is leading, Evan Wang for Pacific Coast. Following second into the upcoming turn, Eli Hicks for Pacific Coast, and lane 4, Liam Altona for Pacific Coast. 5:14.53 in 5 for Evan Wang. Eli Hicks, 5:16.92 in 3. Top time 53.17 in 5 for Evan Wang of Pacific Coast. Heat 2 of 2 for the boys 12 and under 400 meter free. Up next, Madam Referee. Second and final heat for event 34, boys 12 and under 400 meter free. Lane 1, Duncan swim team, Angus Preston. Lane 2, Stingrays, Wyland Dumont. In 3 for the Stingrays again, Lachlan McGregor. Lane 4, Comox Valley Aquatic Club, Sasha Woldnick. Pacific Coast Swimming in 5, Konstantin Shauchev. Lane 6, Pacific Coast, Sebastian Damian, and 7, Pacific Coast again, Nolan Greenwood. (1:48.47) leading in 4, Comox Valley Aquatic Club, Sasha Woldnick. (58.39) second in 5 for Konstantin Shauchev. (2:03.51) third and 6, Sebastian Damian. 2:03.78 narrow fourth in 3, Lachlan McGregor. Woldnick just rounding the 200 meter turn there, 2:25.92, heading towards 2:25. 3:03.40 at the 250. 21:06 in 5 second. Konstantin Shauchev, Pacific Coast. 24:88 third in 3. Lachlan McGregor, Duncan. In comes Sasha Woldnick, Comox Valley Aquatic Club, 50 meters to go. 4:18.61 at the 350. Six and 3. 5 and 3. Shauchev in 5. 44:07, 47:70 in 3. McGregor. Woldnick touching in 4. Final time 4:54.78. Once again, top time in 4, 4:54.78. Second place in 5, 5:22.79 for Konstantin Shauchev of Pacific Coast. 5:26.70, third and 3 for Lachlan McGregor of Duncan. Next up, event 125, heat 1 of 2 heats of the girls 13 and over 200 meter butterfly. Mr. Referee. My apologies. This is event 13, heat 1 of 2 girls 12 and under 200 meter free relay, 4x50 free relay. 2 teams in the water, lane 4, lane 5. Nanaimo Riptides in 4 and Pacific Coast in 5. $115.72 in 5 for Pacific Coast, 122.60 in 4 for Nanaimo Riptides. Zoe Flood for the Riptides in 4. Sophia Saska in lane 5 for Pacific Coast. $151.96, first and 5 at the 2 at the 150. Elodie Chernikoff for the final 50, Pacific Coast in 5. Charlotte Christensen for Riptides, fourth and final 50 in 4. 207.03 at the 150. Chernikoff under the final 5. $232.75 for Pacific Coast in 5. Next up, Heat 2 of 2, Event 13, 12 and under girls, 200-meter free relay. Mr. Referee. Heat 2 of 2 for the 4x50 free relay, girls 12 and under. Lane 1, Island Swimming B. Lane 2, Duncan. Lane 3, Nanaimo Riptides. Lane 4 is Island A. Lane 5, Pacific Coast A. Lane 6, Pacific Coast B. Close race across the board. Inside lanes. Lane 3, Kalana Cottrell for Nanaimo. Lane 4, Island Swimming Kayla Felt. Lane 5, Camila Chernikoff for Pacific Coast. Island first at the takeover in 5. Pardon me, Pacific Coast first at the takeover in 5. 101.25, 101.55 for Island in 3. Nanaimo Riptides in 3. 102.10 for 4 Island. Elizabeth Saska for Pacific Coast in 5. Amelia Marshall for Nanaimo in 3. Alana Felt in 4 for Island. Here comes Pacific Coast. Saska onto the final 5 before the 150 turn. 129.86 at the 150, and it's Nora Deach for Pacific Coast in 5. Island close on their tails in 4. Sailor Nels, a good anchor in the past relay races for Island here. Nanaimo, Cassia Rendo Ling in lane 3. Nels closing the gap. Final 5. Looks good for Pacific Coast. They hold it in 5. Pacific Coast with a touchdown showing on the board. Island second in 4, 201.23, and 3 is a Nanaimo third, 210.28. Great race there. Great job for Sailor Nels closing that gap. And good job for Nora Deach for Pacific Coast holding her off into the last 5 meters there. Event .314 is up next. Heat 1 of 2 heats for the boys 12 and under 200-meter free relay, 4x50 free relay. Madam Referee. Lane 4, Pacific Coast, Noah Zhang for the first 50. Comox in 5, Connor McQuillan. Pacific Coast first at the 50-meter turnover, 34.86. Ethan Zhang for the second 50. Comox turning over 39.60. $109.90 for Pacific Coast in 4, 122.43 for Comox in 5. Coughlin in for Pacific Coast. Lowell for the second 50 of Comox. Bennett Sachucci on the takeover for this 50, 50 number 3. $149.12 in 4. Derek Francois for the anchoring 50. 2 minutes, .52 for Comox in 5. And Weymouth Reed for the 200 leg. Top time for Pacific Coast in 4, 231.41. And 39.15 for Comox in 5. Heat 2, event 314 up next. Madam Referee. Lane 1 in this race, Pacific Coast C. Lane 2, Pacific Coast B. In 3, Duncan Stingrays. Lane 4, Comox Valley Aquatic Club. Lane 5, Pacific Coast A. Lane 6, Nanaimo Riptides. And Lane 7 is Island Swimming. $31.37, $33.01, and $33.90. The top 3 times. 4, 5, then 6. Comox, Luke Nell for the second 50. Pacific Coast Swimming in 5, Nolan Greenwood. And 6, Nanaimo Riptides, Cameron Patterson for 50, number 2. Four, 6, then 5 at the 100. Cameron Lowell in the water for Comox now. Noah Lutz for Nanaimo. Nanaimo taking over. Some fighting back from Pacific Coast in lane number 5. Final 50. Nanaimo in 6, 39.1. Pacific Coast in 5, 39.83 and 43.63 in lane 3. For Duncan, Wyland Dumont for the anchoring 50 of Duncan. Konstantin Shauchev in from Pacific Coast, Sasha Wolnick from Comox, and it is out in front to the final 5 meters, lane 5, Pacific Coast, 2:11.53. Second place in lane 3 for Duncan Stingrays, 2:15, 2:3, 2:16, 3:8, third and 4 for Comox. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our 5th session on day 3. Session 5, day 3, 2022 Vancouver Island Regional Short Course Championships. Huge thank you to all of our volunteers and officials for your dedicated efforts throughout the session. Big thank you to, again, all teams, all coaches for coming out to the meet. We have one more session this afternoon. Warm-ups begin at 2 o'clock. Conclude at 3:10 p.m., 3:10 p.m. Warm-ups, competition beginning at 3:15 with an approximate conclusion closeout at 7:30. So again, warm-ups this afternoon for session 6, 13, 14, 15 over time finals begin at 2 o'clock, conclude at 3:10, competition starting at 3:15. At the end of the session here, we'd also like to thank again all of our sponsors. Huge thank you to Duncan Hyundai, the Peninsula Co-op, Province of BC, and the District of North Cowichan, as well as the Cowichan Valley Regional District. Big huge thank you to all of your support for the hosting club, Duncan Stingrays, as well as your support of the event itself. The time is 11:33. We'll see everybody back in a few hours here for the warm-ups for session 6, our final session here at the Vancouver Island Regional Short Course Championships. To all of those still on the live stream, thank you for tuning in for this session. We hope you tune in again for this afternoon's session. Enjoy your break in the city of Duncan, and we'll catch you back for session 6 in a little while. See you on the flip side.